Is that right? Whoa. Is that better? Hey guy, and welcome to YouTube, a website that I started up while I was pooping on. Hi everybody, Kirby Brando here, the internet's busiest nerd. Hi. Hey. Do I look into the camera? Is that what they do usually? I think they look straight into the camera. I'm eating a Jolly Rancher. I found it on the floor. That's so gross. My tongue's gonna be really red. It's a little later in the night, so I would have natural light on my face. So right now it kind of looks like an interrogation rather than just like a talking bit. But it will have to do, I guess, because, you know, it's like 8 or whatever. 8:30. I want to be able to talk a little more directly, albeit still less scripted than like a video essay per se that, like, you know, Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Cody Ko, whatever, do commentary. They do commentary. They talk directly into the camera and they say their bit and they probably react to something or whatever. So I'm not necessarily, I'm reacting to, you know, constructs of humanity, if that is a thing. It's not usually like a big, whoa, funny react thing. It's not a big sit down type situation. It's more of a kneel type situation, I guess. I recorded a little earlier about swearing and what I think about, you know, my platform, having my platform, my small amount of people being a part of, you know, what I like to do here. Including my mom and my grandmother and my younger cousin. Oh, there's a dog barking. I think that's the neighbor. There's a little doggy bark, so you might hear that in and out. I made a sit down type, you know, or just talk video earlier today about swearing, and I just want to redo it for myself, I guess. I think that video would have turned out fine. I don't think it's worth the whole video. I'm just addressing this tiny thing, so. To start, I am a Christian kid, you know, I do my thing and whatever, that's worth a discussion with anybody who's willing to talk about it. I'm a big fan of one-on-one discussions. Within my circles, I know people are uncomfortable with me swearing, and in your presence, I would hope that I would be respectful enough to not do that in front of you, but this is kind of a space that I want to feel comfortable in, and as far as creatively output, and I feel, you know, that's something I want to. That's something that I guess, you know, I don't necessarily know how to whatever. It's kind of cringy. It's kind of embarrassing to even talk about like that in general. I know I'm probably going to look on that in like a month and be like, I don't even know why I had to talk about this at all in the first place. But it's on my mind, so I just, you know, whatever. This is, you know, I guess my space, and I you know, want to be able to say, and I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable, or whatever. Words that I say, fuck, shit, damn, Jesus Christ, all of those things, god damn it, whatever, you know, that's no shrugging matter for a lot of people, I understand that, but I'm sorry. Moving on. So another thing, I put up a whole video on creativity, you know, recently, and, you know, sometimes I feel really stupid. Ooh, you ever feel really stupid? You ever feel really dumb about, you know, just in general as a person? You ever feel like there's so much going on that I almost like, right now, I feel like there's so much underneath that's happening and worth digging up that I actually like have the capacity to do / like was attempting to do probably like a year ago when I was in like a really personal like season of my life, a deep depression and such. I felt like I was digging up things that were like worth talking about, and I wasn't writing them down because I wasn't necessarily making art or creativity an integral point in my life at that point, but I am now, and now I feel like an idiot. As I had stated in the creativity video, I feel like I am missing a whole slew of things that are so much more, you know, important than what I am putting out. I am in a more productive place personally. I think that's really great, but I don't, you know, I still feel that shit, and it's weird. It's kind of and it's a bummer, honestly, because I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't know, I don't have the edge right now. I feel like an idiot. I wanted to say that. That's something that I wanted to say. Moving on. I think this moderately ties into that discussion or whatever, but just, I don't know if anybody else my age is having this, or just going through this specific thing. As far as, I think, what I'm trying to tackle, I do that a lot, where I just roll and try to come at this one discussion from so many different angles. I have an ego problem right now. I feel like I do. I feel proud of myself. I do. I feel like I have that creative capacity. I'm admitting to myself that I have a creative capacity to unearth like a lot of cool shit and put it out into the world, and maybe like the aspect of feeling like I need to put it out to the world into the world is what's like making me feel weird about it or something like that. Because I'm comparing myself with so many different people. It's such a subliminal thing. It's such a back thing where I'm like putting myself up between, things that people are saying here and things that people are saying here. I feel that. I don't know. I feel really shitty about myself right now in general. Not just that I'm missing a lot, but due to this like pride that I have in myself, it feels really weird. And it's the fight in this situation is between, and I think this is really cool. I think this is one of those cool things that I think is underneath and that I'm admitting to myself. Although there's so much out there to talk about. Fuck, man, it's clearly so. I'm clearly deranged. Maybe I should get in the light a little more. Let me recenter myself a bit. Ooh, this is a little nice lighting. I feel a little more comfortable like this. Tiny head, I'll zoom in. A weird back and forth with myself right now that I'm having is either feeling pride in my abilities, in my gifts, and in my work, / whatever, which I think dampens the quality of my work, versus the opposite. My opposite reaction to having pride in my work is to shoot it down, is to basically it's a combat. It's my natural combatant to pride is to say, who do you think you are, type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? This is creative in a twisted way, or not in a twisted way, but just like in a fucking like normal, I guess, or just honest way. This is an honest level of creativity, a introspective level of creativity, rather than maybe seeking / like visible or truth-telling level of creativity. I feel like a lot of art right now is really introspective. As far as popular mainstream art is very like personal honesty / like your response to somebody else or whatever, and pride in your work, or sadness or whatever. But I think there's like a lot of truth to be told other places than yourself, or than just oneself. The battle I'm having in my head is between my ability to take pride in my work and the ability to have like a grain of salt with what I do, or like a dose of reality, practically, is like if I'm proud of my work and I'm proud of what I'm doing and this whatever, the detriment is that I perceive myself to be above. That's like the inherent detriment that I apparently think that I have, is to think that I'm above, or like this, that I'm special, I guess, in any capacity, which everybody is, but also nobody is. So I like put myself on this pedestal when I'm proud of my work. I feel like I do that. Maybe I do and maybe I don't. Maybe that's just me thinking that that's what pride is, and it's a conceited pride rather than an actual like earnest or healthy pride in my work. Or maybe pride isn't the word. Maybe pride isn't what I'm looking for. What this comes with, what this other shitty feeling comes with about not being proud of my work / not having a lot of creative output, is really thoughtful, understanding responses to things that I wish I had in this area, because that's what I want to amplify. Is the creativity that comes out of this zone ends up like being what I wish I had while I'm being productive. The detriment to this zone is that I don't have any output. I don't have any like fucking, like, I don't say shit. I don't, like, it's in my soul and it's like in my brain and I'm dying with it inside. I'm gonna fucking rot one day with a million thoughts in my head. I think that's such a tragic but beautiful image in a way. Is like, I wrote about it on my, you can find it on my Instagram, I guess, just like a little poem I wrote about that shit. Is like you know, a person who had all this expansive, like, real shit, man, and he dies with it. That's I have the real shit here. I don't here. And I feel right now, I feel like I'm in this zone right now. I feel like we're whatever, you know, working cool stuff, whatever, putting shit out. But I don't have what I have here, which is like real thought. Honestly, I feel like a fucking idiot. That's why I feel like an idiot. Honestly, that's why I do. Yeah, that's moving on. To pair also with that is the reason why I do it, or the reason why I work, which goes into each and each. I maybe I just realized I have a shitty reason for working, or like actually putting art together / putting it out. Maybe that's why I don't, when I'm in a bad place, I don't, you know, put a work out. But what I feel like I have in this moment, in this place, as far as motivation for working, is the motivation to just have a hustle, maybe, or like the marketing motivation. Society plays a pretty big role in this. Due to the crippling debt of college and the brutal weight bared on this younger generation of human beings that feel this, there's a desire to chase our dreams in this, like heavily, I feel like, in this generation, is in general, to find what you desire, to like have a purpose in life. It's a very existentially based thought process, and I really appreciate that. But it's backed by the understanding that college is debt. And, you know, you need to get a job if you need to survive. And, the world is going to pot. I don't know. That comes with existentialism. That goes hand in hand. Is, like, the idea of purpose, and also the idea that it's all fucking dying. And we're all dying. So people either take it YOLO, or people go to college, get a communications degree, and graduate, get a family, and do that for the rest of their life. And that's it. That's what they do because they felt like they had to, you know, to survive. That's what they had to do to survive. I feel that. I honestly, like, I have that pressure on me as a person, I guess. But it's about music and art and stuff. I was talking with someone and they brought up the idea that I have only seen art and work through the lens of a vocation. As my mother is right across from me right now, she is doing a beautiful, wonderful thing, providing for our family through the gift of her art. And that's been like the penultimate idea of art, is I've seen art through the aspect of vocation, and that ends up being like the main thing. So that goes hand in hand with the pressure of having a vocation / like money. What does that mean? What does that mean if I feel like I have to survive? And also, art as a vocation is I have to do art to survive if that's what I want to do purposefully. Those all like knit together, weirdly fucked up. And then now like my whole artist / like creativity spawn is like a painful reminder that I am like supposed to promote myself or market myself, or like I'm not doing that clearly. Like I'm not doing that for this YouTube channel, hardly. I'm just putting it up on my Instagram story. If I was like really to crazy promote myself or some shit like that, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go all out. I don't think I have it yet to be able to promote myself or put myself out there enough to whatever. I personally don't feel that. Maybe some people do, but I feel this crazy ass pressure to that. Like, that's what my art ends up being comprised of, is motivated by the necessity to get better or like improve or like and I'm such a fucking young person. I'm not even 20 yet. I'm almost 20. I'm 19 years old. I'll turn 20 on August 24th. Happy birthday, me. And I've got so far long to go. I've got, you know, if I don't die in a car crash, I've got like 50 more years, maybe. If I don't die from the coronavirus. I have 50 more years to create and art and shit. And, that's great. I love that. And that actually gives me hope, I guess, thinking about that. That gives me, like, a little bit of, like, perspective. Nothing's, like, the world isn't bearing down on you right now. Although you have to find a job and do some crazy ass, whatever, you be an adult at this point in your life. That may go hand in hand with art because, that's what you feel like you're supposed to do, or that's a level of your purpose. I don't know how things are going to shake out, in my life. And I don't know if this shit is going to go anywhere. In general, my creative endeavor, writing music, making video essays, or playing games, or, just being a personality maybe, or something like that. Talking in front of a camera about my honest opinions and thoughts. Maybe this will resonate with somebody, but maybe this will resonate with nobody. Maybe this will go somewhere, maybe this will go nowhere. That's what I feel. The pressure of that, maybe. Or the world of, adulthood mixing with this art. So my relationship with art and creation and whatever feels like I'm a SoundCloud rapper, where I'm, like, just trying to get, like I'm just trying to prove I'm better, trying to prove I'm whatever, trying to get money, trying to, like, rather than this depth that I have been pointing to in this direction regarding, which I may put a picture up here for, I may have lost a lot of you by, saying all that, whatever. But god damn. Welcome to my room, by the way. This is my abode. There's a closet back there that's just wide open because I didn't close it before I pressed record. And then my phone is on a little phone stand on a desk. My microphone is hooked around a Sharpie. As far as craft goes, clearly I'm not honed enough to promote myself, I guess is what I was saying, something I was saying before. Moral of the story, I feel like a goddamn idiot right now. I feel like creatively, like I don't have anything worth saying right now. Like everything I put together is so juvenile, and I'm aware of it because I'm young. Because I'm young, I'm putting shit together that's, like, young, and I'm aware of the fact that it's young and probably not worth anyone's time because it's all angsty and, like, shitty, but, and I feel it when I write it. I feel it when I, like, put it together, when it's just hacky, or, like, it's, like, trying to send a message or something like that. I feel that, whatever. So that is, I'm here longer than I should have been. I think they need me back there or something. Shout out Sarah Groves for being a cool mom, and I love you a lot. And what you're doing right now is so cool. And I hope to be able to do that one day. Hopefully I have a great relationship with my art and my creativity and my brain to, be at that point or place where I feel comfortable with what I'm saying. / like I'm accessing an archive of whatever, like, I feel is important or actually worth. Something fascinating about like, the measure of what's worth anybody's time isn't really, like, that's very subjective. I feel like what I'm writing, this is a personal thing. I feel like it's not anybody who's heard it because I haven't put it out. I feel like what I'm writing is not worth people's time. I feel like I'm better than what I'm writing or putting out, or, like, whatever, trying to put together. And I haven't proved it, maybe I haven't put it out yet. I feel like I have something, like, so cool underneath that's, like, awesome and shit, and I haven't really achieved it / accessed it yet. It's so weird. It's so painful because I fucking have it. I fucking know I have it. And that's pride, man. Maybe that's pride. Maybe that's whatever. But also, it's not about me. I guess maybe that's the moral of the story, is that, oh God, that it's not about me. That it's about me serving people with this gift that I have, I guess, that I shoot myself down for, or I put myself on a pedestal for. I don't really know how to reorient my creative, or my brain to to feel healthy enough to access this thing. I just maybe I'm just in a, like, probably somebody who's aware of all the intricacies of what I'm talking about has the ability to identify the construct of what I'm like. There's something in the construct of what I've said in this video so far and saying about myself that is hindering me from accessing what I know I have underneath. Is this maybe some level of selfishness that I have, some level of like expectation or like idea that I've placed somewhere that needs to be taken out. So I don't know. That's probably somewhere. I invite, as Kirby Chats response, I invite everybody to tell me what they think in the comments below, and contribute to this conversation, because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't have a grasp on it. Or the one that I'd like. I have some idea of what I feel. I know what I feel, but don't know the answer, which is a lot of life in general. So that is that's Kirby Chats, and yeah. Everything that I've put out so far up until this point, I'm proud of. I'm happy for, and whatever, I've been funny, and I've been serious, and I've been, I've just played games, and I think that's very sweet. And I've, interviewed people, and I think that's very fun. And I just got a great idea for a Kirby on the Street just now. Yeah, everything that I've put out so far, I'm proud of. I'm happy for. And I have so much more that I clearly am just dying to access myself underneath, that I just really want to share. So look forward to that, I guess, once I get there. Amen. The end. And piss off, motherfucker.